The other night when Helene was coming through Virginia, we had to evacuate our homestead because there were tornado warnings, flood warnings, flash flood warnings, and with the high winds, we just decided it wasn't safe to stay in our camper during the storm. So we evacuated and went and stayed with some friends in Roanoke. We just got back to the property to assess the damage. Driving back to our property from Roanoke, there were trees down everywhere. There was a lot of localized flooding, but nothing major. We were really nervous when we got here. When we were pulling into our driveway, there's a tree down that had fallen right across the road, right at our property line. So that was stressful. They had already cleaned it up. There's road crews out everywhere, which was also a little nerve-wracking. But we got here and I will walk you around the property. But overall, things are really good. Thank you, everybody who's been asking. Asher, your building survived.
Well, I built that quality, with my bare hands. Even my janky water catchment system that I rigged up, held together.
They're full. They're very full.
That little trough over there is full, and it isn't even hooked to the water trough.
Oh, we got our first down tree. It did bend this fence back. Just a little baby tree. Oh, our fences. It fell on the hot fence. We're going to have to turn the fence off. Damn it. Fence still works. Are you okay, Taboo?
Okay.
Oh, poor Taboo.
You got hung in it.
There's actually quite a bit down back in here. Don't go back over there.
Yeah, I honestly think it's going to be pretty easy to put it back up.
Cat, don't do it.
Don't do it, Kitty. Making a mistake.
He knows. Look at him. Look at that. He knows.
Grab that tree branch.
Don't do it.
Don't touch it.
Mistake. Rafiki.
He can hear it. I can hear it clicking. Pull that branch off. I'll fix it. I just gotta turn the fence off and top down the line.
You playing in the water? Do you hear the chainsaws?
Yeah. I want you to know the shower's also stressful.
Yeah.
Everything I built still standing.
The shower's still there. The chicken coop's still there.
I mean, the chicken coop looks rough right now. My kitty.
Okay, you want to go for a walk down at the other end of the property? You want to go on a walk? Bye. You're not coming with us? You don't want to go on a walk? We need to go see if there's any eggs. Look, here comes your chicken. Are you running away from me?
Look.
Oh, here comes Effie. Oh, are you gonna drink it too? I wouldn't. It's not very clean. There's a lot of debris on top of the camper. Like a lot. This is so muddy. Just mud. Rained a lot. We've got trash basically everywhere. There's our trash can. Luckily it was empty. Whoa. Look at that. Just sinking. You're gonna get muddy. Got a rolly barrel. Lots down branches. Some of these were already here. This pile was here already. Ooh, the chicken coop is soaked. The wind must have blown really hard into those, through those holes. Well, it's just gonna have to dry out. Man, it is so muddy. You can just hear chainsaws in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Honestly, feel like we have very minimal damage. On our way here, man, there were so many downed trees just all over. I was pretty concerned. The flooding's not so bad, just kind of like localized flooding. Fortunately, we live in the mountains and up on a hill, and so it's really just like certain spots flood down by the river and stuff. There's some kind of branches on that fence. Easy peasy to clean up though. Man, we're lucky we just didn't really have any big trees come down. The wind's supposed to pick back up again in a couple hours. Go look at our creek, see if it's full. Did you find a football? I don't really want to walk down there. Everything seems good. That tree was already there. A lot of this stuff was already down before, just from past storms. Do you need me to throw your football? Hold on, I gotta get my other hand. You need this football? Do you need it? Ooh, that's the cleanest I've ever seen that spring. It obviously just poured and flooded here because you can see from the grass how it's laying down. The water just super ran down this area. Must have had a little creek down here, which I've never seen happen before. So I had somebody ask about the location of our property. One of the reasons why we picked it is because it is really low risk for natural disasters. But low risk does not mean no risk. There's really nowhere you can go, at least not in the United States, that there's zero risk of natural disasters. We did have tornado warnings. However, there has actually not been a single recorded tornado touchdown in the county that we're in, mostly because of the mountain. It's really hard for tornadoes to form in mountains. They do better where it's flat. And then we were under flood warnings and flash flood warnings. However, our property sits up on a hill, so our property really wasn't going to flood. Our main concern was the wind, with the trees being right here and close to our camper. In retrospect, we probably should have moved our camper away from the trees a little bit, but it's pretty unlikely that a tree's gonna fall on it. Even with these super high winds we just had, you know, none of the big trees came down. It's always possible, but not very likely. So we did pick an area that we still feel like, even after this situation, is still a really safe area from natural disasters. Unfortunately, these storms are just gonna get bigger, worse, more frequent. So that's why it was important to us to find a relatively safe place to be. And of course, the number one question that I got was how our animals did in the storm. So we kept the dogs and cats with us. We did have to leave horses and chickens. We couldn't take those with us to our friend's house. The safest place for horses during a storm like that is on the pasture, so that they don't feel trapped and try and run. Animals are smart, and our horses did what they needed to do and are totally fine. The chickens had their chicken coop and they were totally fine too. You got to think, birds out in the wild weather this storm too, so there's only so much you can do to really protect animals to a certain degree. Like, they're smart, they know how to protect themselves, as long as they have shelter. That's really all you can do. Weather is powerful, storms are powerful, and even humans have so little control over the situation. Have to respect Mother Nature for what it is. I did come back to 3 more eggs, so now we get to clean up this mess. Hello, what's going on? What do you guys want? I don't have food for you today. I don't have snacks. I usually stop by the garden when we come back in the truck. I did not do that today, and I usually have some leftover veggies for them. So they are looking for tomatoes, probably. Snuffy said he'd survive the storm. Hi. You're kind of getting a little fuzzy again. You getting your fuzzies hair? You're also very muddy. Maybe you cannot eat the phone.
Inside.
Are you sure?
In the mouth. I'm snuffing.
I'm desperate, guys.
You act like you're starving. As if you don't have a whole yard out here to eat. Weirdo.
Asher's gonna go drive down and turn off our fence. Or are you gonna sit in the mud? That looks like a lot of fun. Hopefully the chickens don't hit the fence. At least they're enjoying the broken tree. Our neighbor's got a donkey. Look at how cute it is. Oh, it's so cute. Watch out. Hold on. We got... Come here. Let's go stand over here because Snuffy's going to run us over. Let's see how this goes. Hey, Effie. 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 You want to help me grab a stick? Maybe grab a... Yeah, here you go. We're going to drag these over here. Hey, do we want to just maybe tie this to this thing? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna...
I actually can't reach him.
There's a lot of... It needs to be washed down.
That's gross. That's a lot. I think it was really because of all the debris that came down.
Yeah, I mean, the entire gutter needs to be cleaned out. I mean, the whole roof is covered in leaves.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to go back in there. That's why we have that tray.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the tray, is we just got to keep it cleaned out. Because it's just going to keep doing that and keep doing it.
I guess this fall, once all the leaves go away, it'll get better. It's a little too close. So we got the fence back up. And we're just going to leave that here for right now. The chickens seem to enjoy it. This fence isn't like keeping anybody in our property or off our property. So we'll get to it later. Looks like it's going to rain again. Falcon, are you enjoying your water today? You have been playing.
Wait.
Yay!
Yeah.
You're very wet.
My day.
Clap, clap, clap. I know, don't climb in there. That's a little too wet for me.
So we are obviously so grateful that we had such minimal damage, really just some cleaning up and moving that one tree. Not really that big of a deal at all, especially seeing what everyone else has gone through. This storm was just devastating for so many people. Most of our county is still without power, but we're here living off grid, so we will just carry on the way that we have been. This storm is just an example of why it is so important to be prepared, know how you're going to live without electricity, know how you're going to get water, have safety measures in place so you can really minimize the struggle that you go through.
Whoa, your hands are so Cold. Are you cold?
Go.
Yeah, fur.